Hi, my name is Annie Grace, and I wrote and published my first book, and I was desperate to write my second book. And I had all of these words and ideas and thoughts written down, but then I had a baby, and time just kept getting away from me, and I knew I was never going to make it a priority. A great friend of mine recommended Julie Eason to help me write my book, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've made in the last few years. And here's why. Basically, within 6 weeks, I had a rough draft, which was absolutely incredible. And Julie captured my voice in a way that I honestly didn't think was possible. I was expecting to have to go back and rewrite everything. To be honest, I hired Julie just to give myself a rough draft and a deadline, and I thought I would spend hours and hours editing and revising and getting things into just my, exact wording and format. And what ended up happening was the manuscript that I got was so good it brought me to tears, and I was able to just move forward with it as is. It was absolutely incredible. I was super freaked out about the money because hiring a ghostwriter is not cheap. I mean, it's a huge investment, but it is an investment that in my situation, I'm going to be honest with you, right now I have a deal for that book that Julie wrote me from HarperCollins. I am talking to Simon & Schuster tomorrow. I talked to Penguin Random House yesterday. So I have chills just talking about it, but the investment with Julie has now paid for itself. And that's just an initial deal from them, and then I'm going to go on to make book royalties. So my fear about the financial investment, which can be a little bit scary, especially when you don't know what's coming next and you don't know how good somebody's going to be and if they can really capture your voice. I mean, it's amazing. Like it has paid for itself, and the book is just still in its first draft. We're getting through the final edits, and it's in such an unbelievable place. And I think the thing that surprised me most about working with Julie was just how incredibly easy things were. I was able to, I had a small baby, so I was able to be nursing and get on voice memos or Vox and tell Julie what I thought, what was, what I wanted to say in the book, different ideas that I had, and then she was able to just miraculously, seamlessly transition them into these well thought out and well structured chapters that said exactly what I wanted to say. And I know that this book that I've written has the potential just to change the world, and I wouldn't have been able to write it without Julie. I mean, it would be sitting in my head, sitting on shelves. And so if you have a message, that you think can change the world, or even if you just have a message you want to get out there to say, I cannot recommend Julie enough. My experience with her has been absolutely phenomenal. Not only have I made a huge, profitable already investment in ghostwriting, but I've made a really good friend.